Northwestern Chronicles, Episode 21, The Haunted Caboose. Thomas rolled into Knapford Station with two troublesome trucks. He was been called there by Sir Topham Hatt for a late-night train. Thomas waited for some time until Sir Topham Hatt's car rolled up. Sir Topham Hatt stepped out. "Ugh," yawned Sir Topham Hatt. "Oh, hello, Thomas, and thank you for coming at such a late hour." "No problem, sir," said Thomas. "I've done late trains before, and that's exactly why I've assigned you this one. This thanks you for picking up the trucks, by the way, at the quarry." "No problem, sir," said Thomas. "You want me to bring them to the docks, right?" "That's correct, Brenham Docks. By the way," said Sir Topham Hatt, "what do you think of this caboose here?" I think it's fine," said Thomas. "Wait, why is it all orange and have spider webs all over it?" "Ah," said Sir Topham Hatt, "it's Halloween themed for Halloween this year," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Oh, interesting," said Thomas. "Yes, it is interesting. I just picked up the oldest brake van I could find on Sodor, refurbished it a little bit, and, well, my wife, Lady Hatt, did the rest of the decorating. She did a very nice job." "I'm sure she'll appreciate that," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Anyways, I want you to use the brake van for your train tonight." "Why?" asked Thomas. "Oh, just so the children can have something to look at while they're trick-or-treating this evening. I just figured I could do something nice for the children." "That sounds very nice, sir," said Thomas. "Oh, thank you, Thomas. Well, anyways, I best be on my way, as should you." Sir Topham Hatt climbed back into his car, and he cruised out. Thomas coupled to the Haunted Caboose. It was indeed very scary looking. But Thomas wasn't too scared. He had done various night trains before. It was blacker than ever as Thomas cruised through the thick fog of the night. Thomas was somewhat scared, though, as the trucks were completely silent, and the only sign of light was the Haunted Caboose. He soon arrived at the quarry, which was completely abandoned. Thomas cruised through slowly so as not to interrupt the foundation, when suddenly, out of nowhere, two objects raced out from under the hill. "What?" cried Thomas. The two trucks sped out of the hill and dipped into the ground below. It caused quite the commotion. "Ah!" cried Thomas. "What's going on?" Suddenly, out of nowhere, an object fell from above from the viaduct. It fell, and there was a splintering crash below. "Whoa!" cried Thomas. He raced out of the quarry with his good strength. He rocked the foundation so hard, however, that boulder was released, crashing into the object. Unfortunately, the damage was not too extensive. Thomas was gone. In reality, however, Dennis had accidentally pushed the trucks into the siding. It was being repaired by the Sodor Railway Repair, and Harvey was still busy transporting George along the viaduct. "Sorry about that," said Harvey. "We'll get you to the works now." As far as Thomas was concerned, though, Sodor might as well have been haunted. He soon arrived at Marion Station. It, too, was completely empty. Not a child or adult or anything, as for a matter of fact, in sight. The Haunted Caboose remained. "I don't like the look of this," said Thomas. He slowly cruised through the line and soon arrived at Tim's sheds. All the shed doors were shut. "Everyone must be out doing something," said Thomas. "Oh well." He rolled across the turntable. By the time he came across the old iron bridge, the fog was even thicker than before. He could hardly see anything, the only light being illuminated from the Haunted Caboose. He rolled down the hill, and knowing the docks was ahead, he took a sigh of relief, when suddenly the point switched him to the other line. "What?" cried Thomas. "What's going on?" He continued along his line when trucks from the docks rolled out of nowhere and careened onto his side. "Whoa!" cried Thomas. He sped up, knocking over a stop sign that was blocking the drawbridge. Behind him, the conductor shed blocked him from moving backwards. "What?" cried Thomas. "Wah!" Unbeknownst to Thomas, however, the drawbridge was still open as it was being repaired. Thomas and his train fell forward a few degrees, fell up, and crashed down on the other side, landing perfectly on the rails. Thomas was so spooked that he sped past the Wellsworth crossing. This disturbed the signalman, This spooked up the signalman, who woke up with a surprise, accidentally pressing the button that would activate the lights. This only made Thomas more scared. Thomas raced past the Soda airfield and soon arrived at Gordon's Hill. Up ahead was an abandoned cargo car with a package still inside. Thomas raced up the hill and crashed into the cargo car. The package crashed out as did the cargo car. And Thomas raced up so fast that the trucks sped away as the coupling snapped. Thomas was so shocked and spooked that he raced down the hill without even thinking about it. "Whoa!" cried Thomas. He raced through the arched stone bridge and soon crashed into the turntable railroad. "Oh," said Thomas. The engines were so surprised they bursted out of their shells. Gordon was most upset out of them all. "Oh," groaned Gordon. "Why did you awaken me, Thomas?" "What's wrong?" asked Thomas. "We were all taking a nap," said Henry. "Yeah, before the fireworks or whatever." "Fireworks?" asked Thomas. "Don't you remember?" said Douglas. "They usually do a fireworks show or something at Ellsbridge or something like that." "Oh, yeah, that's right." Anyways, Thomas, asked Edward, why did you crash in here like this, rather unannounced?" "Well, I must have been spooked," said Thomas. He was returned to the rails, and once he explained the story, the engines laughed at awe. They laughed and laughed. Thomas's dismay. He was confused. "I don't get it," said Thomas. "Do you really not get it?" said Percy. Percy, you were spooked. None of that actually happened because of ghost or some other spiritual thing. They were just bad coincidences." "Oh, I see," said Thomas. Thomas was able to laugh it off, and all the engines took a big sigh of relief. "Well, I guess there's only one thing to say now." "And what is that?" asked Edward. "Happy Halloween."